Come on, y'all. Hey, we JBTV. We know Marc ain't winning again.
Yeah, I don't.
Hey,
I don't see that,
let's not
man.
be
Listen,
foolish.
That's hate.
that's all I'm here for. Mark, he came in my comments talking a little slick, and I had to let him know
Get him.
it's not gonna be that easy this month. I think y'all don't you do us a disservice by not counting pot wives. I don't
Baby,
know.
Marc said something in your comments.
Who's it?
He
Who's
did
it?
say
Oh
something.
wait.
He said
Everyone
Potter
mute
of the
up.
Month award was the Mark Lamont Hill Award, and I had to let him
Facts.
know
Facts.
that it's never that, sweetheart. Because
That
I
was an
feel
accident.
like
That was
no,
the
you're feeling yourself a little too much, and a woman had to come on here and let you know, not so fast,
I
not
don't want
so
no smoke.
fast.
That's just autocorrect on Twitter. Like it automatically, whenever you type JBP, it just goes ML8. That's not me. That's the computer.
You know what's funny, Mark?
Yeah.
I heard that the top searches were Joe Budden, Joe, JDP, and Podwives. None of those were Mark Lamont Hill.
What's good, Elevators? It's your boy Elevation here with another episode of the JBP Elevated, where we speak on the Joe Budden podcast and all of his co-hosts on and off the pod. Yeah, I like this. I'm not even going to hold you. This is how I anticipate Texas women to stand up for their men. Shout out to Sade. Well, Mark, calm down. Pull your britches up. I don't know why you're talking to my man like this. Chill out. But real talk, chill out. Because you don't ever want to outshine the master. And I'm not saying Joe is your master, but let's be clear, Mark. The relevancy that you have currently came because you joined the JBP. You've been a guest host on the JBP before, or at least made guest appearances. You were never seen in the light that you're currently seen in. So I get it. Ride that high horse. I'm riding one myself and I'm trying to get back to reality. That doesn't mean you could do it without Joe. That's like me saying I don't need Joe. That's like Danny saying he don't need Joe. Let's be clear here. If Joe wasn't the namesake of the podcast, I feel like he would always be in the running for Potter of the Year. The only reason Joe hasn't been potting the way that we're accustomed to seeing from Joe is because he is literally in mogul mode. And we keep breaking that down, but that's not what this video is for. Mark, every single person on the show has something towards you, and it's not in a positive light. Melissa's letting it be known that she sees and hears every single shot you're taking in her direction. Joe just spoke on you falling asleep just on this previous pod with Wale. Ish, you already know what it is with you and Ish. I had initially called you out prior to everyone else. So he's been on the train. The only person I haven't seen you have a quote-unquote falling out with is Parks. And of course Ian. And y'all know how I feel about those two. But if everybody in the room is ganging up against you, all the light and shine that you're receiving currently can go right to the wayside. But of course you're not going to see that type of energy from Joe fully, because he does see the value that you brought to the pod. But it's very, very, very telling that Sade felt the need to tell you or check you and put you in your place, because she was serious. One thing I could tell about being a Texas boy is these women ain't playing. They're not joking. They're not kikiing with you. When they say something, they're being direct. And if they have to say it again in front of a group of people, they're being direct. And they're going to tell you verbatim, this is exactly how it went. And Joe, I heard that comment. Hey, whoa, you commenting on my girl page, nigga? Chill out. Chill out. That's a real thing. Because you'd be surprised. I'm not even going to put that in the atmosphere. Let's keep it strictly to the pod. Mark, hey, in case you haven't noticed, a lot more of the comments are starting to notice your tactics. They're starting to know everything that you do is premeditated as opposed to just open, honest, satirical comedy. You're coming in here with insults in your head. You're coming in here with shots in your head to take at them for whatever reason. You already established that you are grade AA, like the eggs. Grade AA co-host, grade AA Mike, whatever you want to be called. You're that. But you're supposed to have a cohesion and a chemistry with the pod that makes it seem like y'all have been friends forever. You're still the new guy. And although you're great at what you do, If everyone that is currently there is against you, that does not bode well for you in the end, especially if Joe's woman is telling you these things. Because if she's feeling this way, she's not ever going to speak on behalf of her man if they haven't had this conversation behind closed doors. Getting a little too comfortable. It's not the first time you said MLH over JBP. I get it. But eventually Joe's going to have a sit down with you, hopefully behind the scenes and not on camera, because then that's when shit's going to get rocky. Joe's going to have a sit down with you. Hey, I get it. But you didn't resurrect the JBP. The JBP's been number one and has remained number one. I resurrected you. And y'all know I love bringing up sports analysts and the top dogs in the sports line of work. This is Stephen A. Smith with Shannon Sharp to First Take. Shannon Sharp doing well on his own. He got Club Shay Shay. He got Night School or Night, what was that shit? Nightcap. My bad. He has that rocking. He's doing numbers on that shit. And this is before the allegations. This is just when he joined First Take. Stephen A. is like, that's nice. I'm still number one in the space that you're trying to be number one in. You're not there yet, sir. And I can get my YouTube channel to be where your YouTube channel is at without any interviews. Just like I always compare with Joe to everyone else in the space. Come over here to First Take 2 days out the week. That's literally what Joe did to Marc Lamont Hill. Marc, you're your own person. You get paid for the speeches. You get paid for the seminars. You get paid for engagements. You get paid for videos on your own page. But let's be clear here. You are an addition to the JVP. You're not the reason people watch the JVP. You're a top tier talent. But let's be clear. And you're only going to be able to get these jokes off for so long. Because Joe would never let Rory get these type of jokes off. Joe would never let Flip get these type of jokes off. Even though Flip says crazy shit. And boy, whew, I don't know if Flip's going to like me after the video I drop about him today. But anyway, Marc, be mindful. Everybody's plotting against you. And not in a get rid of you type of vibe. But because you keep pointing out how much better than them you are, they're going to all tag team against you. And it's not going to be pretty. Because they're just going to start digging in the past from shit that you did. Stupid shit that you did that they're letting you skate with currently. They're just going to start bringing it up. And all this cult and everything that you're bringing up in your personal life that has catapulted you to all these Potter of the Month awards, they're going to turn around and use that against you. So be very, very mindful. I'm not saying that you're going to lose. I'm not saying that you're doing anything wrong as far as how you pod. But the people that you pod with and how you direct things at them, they're starting to pick up on the shots. And it's not like y'all was just up there talking about this prior to it being in the JBTV community. So it's a huge shout out to the community because we've been on top of this shit. It's easy to see when you watch it as opposed to you doing it. Because people point out things that I do all the time. And it's like, I don't do that. But then if you play it back, oh, damn, I did do that. Because in real time, you're just saying it and it's coming and you're free flowing and that's just what it is. But if you sit down and listen to it, I'm like, damn, how come I didn't edit this? How come I said this? Why didn't I say this here at this part? It's a whole bunch of things you can do differently. So a lot of people have started watching this shit back. And why is everybody starting to watch the pod back? Even Melissa, she just spoke on it with the Mona interview. Even Melissa's watching interviews and podcasts back. Why? Especially ones where you're not there. Why would Melissa be paying attention to shots being said about her on episodes she's not there in? Oh, it makes sense. It makes sense. But I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all turning up. Like, this shit's going through the roof. I ain't got nothing else to say, but keep supporting. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the page if you haven't. If you have, you already know what it is. For at least the rest of this week, I'm going to try the 3-video format because y'all keep turning up. And if we keep going up, it'll just keep going up. But y'all stay tuned. Come back around like 1 or 2. Peace.